I mean, if I do the eye test, I think LeBron is the most complete player I've ever seen
Yes,
play
I
basketball
agree.
ever.
I agree.
You talking about
LeBron
the
all
eye
around.
test?
Yeah, LeBron all around game. He is, but he's just the reason why
Say it,
Jordan
because
is.
this is the same reason why Tom Brady
Yeah,
is going.
let me listen. The reason why, the reason why I think Jordan is better than LeBron, and I'm gonna put Kobe better than LeBron, is because of mentality. And the question is, pick your head up, boy, when I'm talking to you. Yeah, you heard me said it. I said Kobe better than LeBron. All right, guys, and we back. Shout out to my kings and queens out there. We're back with another Crown The Kingz podcast. We apologize for the wait. We're back to give you a dope pod to step to. We here with my man Jay Krim, Jay Tunes, and K Vills, and your host Kev Krim. We in the building. Big shout out to our boy Bri. Couldn't make it with us. 5th member of Crown The Kingz. No calories left behind. Be sure. What up, my dude?
Be sure. What's good, Kev?
What's up, kid?
All right, guys. Let's get started with our first topic. I don't know. I guess I can start it off. I finally was able to have my wedding. It was a great wedding. I had a great time. Thank you guys for coming. You guys really made it excellent. It was so good to see everyone, to be able to party with everyone. I thought it happened at the perfect time. It was really great. I had a great time, and thank you. I wanted to personally thank you guys for making it such a great event.
I feel like the pandemic went full circle with Kev Krim, because my life was going well when we went to his bachelor party, and then it kind of stopped right after his bachelor party, and then I didn't do jack for a year. And so one of the first things I've pretty much done is go to your wedding. So everything around the pandemic, I always remember Kev Krim for, because it's just like my life started, ended, and started again with Kev. So definitely the wedding was dope.
So basically, you're saying you're through Papa.
What did James call this podcast? The rebirth of J2.
The rebirth. The rebirth.
I mean, like John said, that was kind of a crazy event in a good way. Like finally people was outside and finally enjoying ourselves, right? I don't know, I had fun. I don't know, that night was a fun night.
I think my favorite part was when you found out that you were having a boy, and then just the whole floor just erupted. And
yeah, that was crazy.
Everyone picked you up. It was mostly it was because of Dion.
Yo, if you look at that video, there's everyone picks me up, but Lamar comes over and starts punching me in my leg. I'm like, what the heck? It was funny. Yeah, that was mad funny, man. That was great. That was. I think I'm my fault. I don't mean to cut you off, but it was crazy because I had to keep pushing my wedding back and stuff like that. But I think everything actually happens for a reason, because I was able to have a baby reveal during my wedding. Not many people get to have that, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, you had 2 events in one night.
Yeah, it was cool. And man, your speech was great, man. Your speech was perfect. Your speech and Dane's speech, man, it was great, man. It was a really nice speech.
Yeah, you how that money talks in there, right?
Yeah. I was dying, bro. I was dying. That and the wedding singer.
Yeah.
He was like the better man. I was dying.
Yeah. Every time I've heard that, I've always wanted to say that. I'm like, I'm gonna use that.
That was funny. All right, fellas. So we're gonna switch it to the next topic. Very unfortunate topic that we got to discuss, but it's only right that we pay our respects to the late great DMX, 914 legend. I guess we can just talk about, some of our favorite albums, favorite songs, and just what DMX meant to you guys. So I guess I don't know, K Bills, you want to start us off?
Yeah, obviously, RP to X. I mean, first of all, there's never gonna be a music guy like DMX ever. Like that style, you cannot replicate, you cannot duplicate. Like that was like, I don't know what that was, but it was something that was so fire that like it's like I don't know, man. Like he can hit. I mean, if you go through his catalog, like there's a song for everybody that can relate to, no matter what you're into. But like, there's a song for whatever you're going through. He has a song for it, and I think that's very rare and unique. I don't know, man. Like hip hop just really lost like a legend. Like I don't know, like it hurts. Like when I heard that passing, it was just like I don't know, man. It was crazy, man. I don't know. I don't know. I felt like a family member died. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like you know what I mean?
Definitely.
Like, and the crazy part is like just this past Tuesday, his son, we played football at Fox Lane. He was at the game, and so it was just like this is like a surreal moment. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I don't even know what he's going through, but it's kind of crazy. I don't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. John Tunes, what you think, man?
I'm with Kyle. I mean, like, I don't know. He's probably him and Jay-Z were like the reason why I started listening to rap. Like I listened to this DMX album literally like back in 1998. I was like, who is this guy? And like I didn't even really listen to rap yet, but his voice was so like unique to me that like it's just like that energy is what I was just feeding off of and everything. I didn't even really know what I was listening to at first. But yeah, I would say I don't think any other artist has ever really came onto the scene and just really like annihilated the game the way X did when he first came on the scene. Like everybody else kind of like was a little hot and then blew up or something. But like he was hot from the moment he dropped It's Dark and Hell is Hot. Like, I mean, he did numbers out of the gate. I think he sold like 240,000 records or something like that his first week. And then he dropped Flesh of My Flesh the same year in 98 and went number one again. And then in 99, he came back with, and then there was X. And then like, I don't think anybody's really had like a 3-album run like that. I mean, I might just be biased but I just don't remember, like even to this day, like somebody just crushing it like that. And like what Kyle said, like has a song for everybody. Like Party Up was like a song that everybody listened to. Like that comes on, it doesn't matter what color you are, black, white, purple, like that joint comes on.
My fault, I mean to cut you off, but my coworker, she plays that every time. Like someone be acting weird or crazy, she start playing that. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up like the whole day, bro. We all be rocking out. Word.
1, 2, maybe outside.
Maybe outside. Yeah. How you feel about DMX's passing, J. Cram?
Man, it's crazy because first of all, I was brought to DMX I think by Kev, right? Well, Kev was in love with DMX. I don't know how we used to get. I think my grandmother used to get like these free CDs. So like one time a DMX CD came in, and It's Dark and Hell is Hot, and man, Kev played that up. I think what his favorite was like Rough Riders Anthem. Mom would Stop Being Greedy. I love that. But man, there was this one time, I don't know if you remember. Well, I'm pretty sure you remember this. Me and Kev went to my grandmother's job for the day. And this is just when like that CD came out and all. Kev was a big fanboy. So this dude freaking went on the computer there and looked up the lyrics or whatnot. All the lyrics there were. I don't know how old were we? I feel like young.
Yes, we was young.
Yeah, probably even probably younger than that. But printed it out and forgot to get it. So all our coworkers saw all these DMX lyrics from this little kid printing out.
Word, man.
They, they thought it was like, both of us. I'm like, nah, man, it's Kevin. Like,
Snitch.
man, I don't do that. So, man, that's one thing. But then also too, man, I think also because he was from Westchester and wasn't shy to represent Westchester when you know how it is, like, it's always about the city. It's always about the city. And so easy just to say, hey, I'm from the city. And just knowing that he is, representing YO, but then also just seeing him too as well. Like, I feel like he was always around a part of our lives and whatnot. So it was always cool just, seeing that around all the time.
Well, I mean, we grew up in this community too. So it's like, he ended up moving into Bedford, right? That's where he was, Bedford Hills.
Kisco, Mount Kisco. Better get it right, bro. Kisco.
That's like borderline where his place is, but yeah. But either way, I mean, I ran into him on my, I think, 20th birthday. I went out to go drink in White Plains. I had my fake ID, and then I went.
Hope your mom's listening to this.
I went to the Kisco diner, and he was there at like 2 a.m, and I was drunk, so I was like, it was perfect because I was like, oh, this is DMX, like I'm actually gonna I didn't hold back, and he was just chilling there, and I'm like, yo, it's my birthday, X, and then like I go sit down, I'm gonna order my food. I was like, let me get this little, little omelet and everything. And then the waiter's like, oh, order whatever you want. I'm like, why? And then, DMX said he got you. It's your birthday. I was like, in that case, let me get the lumberjack with the extra.
Yo, you know what's crazy, John? Was Swiss Beats there?
Nah, he was there. He was there with his fam.
Oh, yo, because one time, I was just listening because Swiss Beats was saying a story or whatever. And he was talking about how like Swiss came over to his house and they went to a diner, and he paid for everyone's meal in the diner.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally see that. He hooked me up. I still got his autograph, and it was and he was still like, this was years ago. He was still like prime DMX, right? So it's like, oh shoot, like really seeing him in person was like so surreal for a guy that like he is one of my top like 5 favorite rappers.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, I don't want to start anything controversial saying best or anything like that, because this is gonna go up and people gonna blast me or whatever. But he just personally was one of my favorites because of the
John said.
Nah, yo, John, I feel you, bro. Like my brother said, I was the biggest DMX fan, man. Like that was my first album I bought. Like my mom threw out As Dark as Hell Is Hot. She threw out my Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Blood.
My mom did not like the cover of Flesh of My Flesh. She did not like it.
Man, as a parent, I wouldn't like that either now that I'm looking at it. But yo, I was the biggest DMX fan, man. Like Rough Riders Anthem, like that's probably the reason why I have a motorcycle. Like that video, everyone throwing up the bikes and the wheelies and stuff, man. Like those first 3 albums. I wanted to pick a favorite album, but I love all 3 of those albums, bro. Like I know all the words. Huge fan, man. Huge fan. But what people don't even really talk about that much is his features that he was on. Like every feature that he was on, he killed it. And like he probably had the best verse on the song with anyone. He was nice at his flow, his energy. Like I just felt like,
I mean, people kind of sleep on the Great Depression album. I mean, that joint still had
that was tough. That hits on it too.
Like that was the album that dropped when I was in high school, and Bring It, What We Ride Here. Like, that one, that's the song that our football team used to come out to. We played that joint, we were coming to wax you. You know what I'm saying? That was it. And then like just remember when me and James did Semester at Sea, our song was "Who We Be." You know,
Yo, we had our whole group singing that with the whole Bolt FC singing that.
They don't know. Yeah, we had them all singing that. So I mean, that's how great his first 3 albums were. That like, at the time I felt like Great Depression couldn't bang with those. But now when I went back to listen to the album, I'm like, damn, this album's really good. And I still have a lot of connections with that album as well. I guess the thing that's sad to me or like crazy to me is how fast, your career can go. So it's like he was the most dominant rapper at one point, in his prime. And I remember living through it. And like now he's dead. Like now he's passed away. And like he's still died at 50, which is very sad. But he got to live a longer period through his career. And it wasn't shortened, but it's just crazy to see like how fast your life
can go, go quick. Yeah, oh man, it's just crazy because it
just didn't feel so long ago that he dominated the charts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And now and the movies and Hollywood. He had the movies and everything.
Oh yeah.
I think it's crazy, at least for like, I don't know how Jimmy and Kyle feel, but like he used to come to the Crest all the time and chill. Like he never really looked at himself as like a big superstar. Like he used to come, talk to us, chill, like word. It was mad cool. And what's crazy too, because I think everyone found out that he was in the hospital on a Saturday. That Friday night, I went to a hibachi restaurant and I was eating with his whole family, Xavier, the ex-wife. Like we were sitting down, had a great conversation, man. And there was in really good spirits. They was about to go out to see I think Godzilla versus King Kong. And just to hear that news the next day after I was just with them, I really felt very bad for them, and I hope like, we all had a somewhat connection with Xavier and stuff like that, and some of the other kids as well. So it just really hit home. My condolences out to them, I hope that everything's good with them.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to switch gears here. And like my man Frank the Tank said, we're going streaking because the Knicks are winning 8. They're on an 8-game winning streak, man. They doing their thing. And as we talk right now, they're currently in the 4th spot. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, guys. Are they for real? You think they might win their first playoff game? To me, I don't care what happens. This year was a success for them, and I hope they can build on to that. Yeah, let's go from there. I know you got some hate in your blood, John. Get it off.
I have no hate. It's just this is freaking ridiculous, right? I cannot believe the freaking Knicks are good. Like, I definitely did not have them in the playoffs at all. Probably maybe in the play-in that they're doing now. Maybe I thought they were gonna be like the 10th seed or 11th seed.
I had them in the playoffs.
What you say?
You have them in the championship every year, James.
The conference finals, baby.
You're a fan, so we can't trust what you're gonna say on this podcast when it's your turn to talk. But I'm gonna give them the credit. I mean, I do think they're for real. I mean, defense is something that you just try hard at. It's not really you don't like when you're shooting and everything like that can go cold. But like a defense never can go cold. If your effort's going to be there every night, you're always going to be on point. They're the number 1 defense in the NBA, and that doesn't stop. I mean, they have no freaking point guard. I don't know how they're doing this. Julius Randle has turned into a freaking
killing
15 player.
Yeah,
He's the most improved player in the NBA this year, and I've never seen a player get this become this good in his 7th year. I don't think that's ever happened before.
Like the leap he made. Yeah.
He was so hard to watch last year. His game was not good. And now he's like a playmaker / point guard, like a mini LeBron. I play 45 minutes. I didn't think he could become this player ever.
Yeah, I definitely didn't see this as well. All right, Bill. So how you feel about the Knicks, man?
Like I said, like the Knicks right now, just like I said in the beginning, like, when Knicks fans run around like Knicks tape, typical Knicks fans. But then, when you sit back and look, you're like, yo, this team is really legit. Like, they have a superstar. They haven't built around him yet, but it's clearly that Julius Randle is the man in New York, and they're gonna build around him and hopefully, make the playoffs and go deep into the playoffs. I think the Knicks are a serious team. I think they're a team that has nothing to lose. Like, they're the Knicks. Like, what do they have to lose? Like, if they lose, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, it's the Knicks." But that's a dangerous team in the playoffs because you don't want to lose to the Knicks. Like, you just don't want to. I mean, am I trying to say like that? It's just like, it is in the East. It's like you're not supposed to lose to the Knicks in the playoffs. Like, the Knicks weren't even supposed to even be in the playoffs. Like, analysts had them at like 11 to 12 in the East. So the fact that they're proving everybody wrong is like, it's a good thing for New York. And like I said, when the Knicks are winning in New York, it's like, it's a good thing.
Yep. Like LeBron James said.
I definitely think Tom Thibodeau has got to be the coach of the year. So,
yeah.
I mean, how do you not give it to him? Like,
all right, let's speak. Yeah, you're right. Let's get the opinion for the number one Knicks fan on this podcast, Mr. James Cram. How you feel about the Knicks?
That's why I say I told y'all. So you guys already know, man. Shoot. Well, let me. I don't have to even. Honestly, I can't even put it in you guys' faces like that because I haven't really even been paying attention like that. But aren't they ahead of the Heat too as well?
This is a shitty take. This is a shitty take. We're not even gonna put whatever he just said. We're gonna right. We're not even gonna. This guy right here. Right, no way we're gonna put whatever.
Wait, didn't he have the Heat versus the Mavs or something like that? Right, the championship, right?
That was him. Heat Mavs.
All right, Heat Mavs.
This is why Knicks fans can't have anything nice because this is what happens. We try to praise them. They're having a great year. The 4th seed. They're all of this, and then they get delusional. Now they think they're getting Zion.
John, I know you're not talking about delusional. You're a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Ooh.
So what? What about it? At least we won it.
That is delusional. You think you guys are going to win the championship every year?
Look,
you think you're going to win the championship next year?
Let me get back on my topic,
oh, yeah,
please.
Sorry.
You're talking about the Cowboys. Come on, man. Right. That's for Earth Day, right? Shoot.
Wasted too much time on the Knicks already.
So, all right. So let me try to answer these questions, put my fandom aside and whatnot. Does it really matter that the Knicks are going to make the playoffs, or where are they going to be? Whatnot? Are they going to be a title contender? I don't really even think it matters and whatnot right now. I think the best thing is that these fools, KD and Kyrie, went to the Nets or whatnot, thinking that they thought that the Brooklyn Nets could be New York's the number one team in New York. And I think this streak and all this stuff is just showing is that they'll never be. Like maybe outside of New York or whatnot.
Never.
New York right now, 8-game win streak with just Julius Randle or whatnot, which he awesome, awesome player. But it's not KD and Kyrie right now. And honestly, if you kind of like flip the roles too as well, like this was happening before when who was it? D'Angelo Russell was on the Nets. Remember, like they made that nice run and they had exposure and whatnot, but it wasn't like what is going on right now with the Knicks and all that. I think this just shows really who really runs New York. And I think that's all we have to go ahead and prove this season is about. Y'all already know, and it doesn't even matter if we win the championship or not. We already know today.
This is our championship.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. And And I think that's why we feel like we have nothing to lose because people wrote us off. I believe we only have like a 2% chance going into the playoffs. So right now, we're just playing with some house money.
Yo, damn! I should have took that bet with you, John, because you were like the Knicks got the hardest schedule remaining after the All-Star break. They chickened out,
but I think they still do though. I think
they still do. Yeah, but hey,
I mean, I mean, a lot of those games were in this 8-game win streak, and you know, the Heat and the Celtics have started winning a lot of these games. So if they had not won 8 in a row, the Celtics and the Heat would have passed them on this already. So
they're only like a half a game
was
above
going like
the
I
Hawks.
thought it was going, minus this 8-game win streak by the Knicks. That was not supposed to happen, but that happened. I definitely agree with you guys that they're on an 8-game win streak and New York is going wild and everything. But the Nets are still the most fun team to watch in the NBA. There's no better team to watch than that team right now. I enjoy watching them.
You're right.
I think outside of New York is what Jimmy is saying is the same thing. That team, like I don't think we've have we had a podcast where James Harden was on the team? I don't even know.
No.
I
don't think so.
I'm Stephen A says that Kyrie is the most fun player to watch in the NBA.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, he is right now the most fun.
Yeah, he is.
And he is annoying as far as the personal days and everything he does. Now, they're the most annoying team off the court, but when you're watching, you didn't even watch these three play together yet, really, but individually, it's been fun to watch. I mean, I watch the Brooklyn Nets every night, and I sit there and I watch them, so they're very fun.
Do you think they're gonna make the Eastern Conference Finals?
Yeah.
Do you want to bet?
They're gonna make it, even with only 2 of them.
Do you want to bet?
Yeah, I'll bet that. When the time comes,
listen. I hear what you're saying. There's only 2 of them, but if it's one of them not KD, they're not making Eastern Conference Finals. I'm sorry.
Someone's gonna get I don't.
No, I still think they can make it without KD.
I think Kyrie dominates the ball in the playoffs and doesn't give the. I just think without KD there to be that X factor, it just goes to shit.
They haven't faced any.
Like I'm not.
No. They're gonna stop themselves. Because
they're gonna stop themselves.
Okay.
They haven't faced any adversity. James Harden got a hamstring injury. That's not a normal injury. Like you can't make the same cuts and stuff like that.
You're right, but they got
KD game. Someone blows on KD, he gets injured. Like I don't think they're gonna be 100% healthy throughout the playoffs. The playoffs they slow down.
Where you win a chip with 3 of your guys only playing 7 games together.
Yeah,
it's never been done.
No, I don't think they're gonna win this year.
I just don't see. I think they can figure it out if all 3 of them are going to play. You tell me all 3 of them are playing.
All 3 of them, it's 100%.
Yeah, I think if they're 100%, yes, but I don't think can you rely on them? Like, is Kyrie gonna have a meltdown? Is KD gonna be there? I think I rely on James Harden most, but that hamstring injury is no joke, though.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
He tends
I don't think he plays the first round, to be honest.
Yeah, he tends to fold in the playoffs.
Yep.
You're right, Rose.
But
Kyrie, like, what happens if they lose game 1 of any series? Like, Steve Nash never been there before, like. But if any team can do it, it can be that team, though. But I just don't think. I do not. I'm not gonna disrespect the game like that, bro. Like you need chemistry. You need to know.
Never seen a team where they have the 3 most guys like this. Like
you're right.
It's like what Kyle said. If the only thing that's gonna stop them is themselves, because it's like those 7 games that they did play together, it was ridiculous. It was like what the hell? They were averaging over 135 points a game, like like blowing cats out. But there's a lot of question marks. I was just saying that they're very fun to watch.
Yeah,
No,
they are.
Fucking Kyrie got that ball on a string, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, bro. He's nice.
That's
He's nice.
ridiculous what
he's
he do
nice
with that ball.
I guess I'm not. I would say I as a basketball fan, you only get to watch those 3 on TNT nights and stuff like that. Like now being able to see them every night, and obviously they've been hurt, a lot of them, but one at a time. Like I never really watched Kyrie almost every night, or James Harden every night, or KD. So like having them on the Brooklyn Nets now.
Well, you got to get the websites, J-Ho. I can watch any game I want to watch right now.
But you know what I'm saying? In the past, I'm saying like I'm not watching the Houston Rockets game at 10 o'clock at night. They play at 7.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Nah, if I want to watch
like
the games, I just watch the highlights on YouTube, boy.
I mean, honestly, like me personally, like I want all 3 to be healthy. Get to the final.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
My
I don't
man
want
can wax your ass, and you call him the GOAT. You call him the GOAT.
Who's your man?
LeBron, when he get back there, when you beat him, you call him the GOAT.
Bron?
Yeah, when they're all healthy and you beat them, you call them the
GOAT. We all know that I had the Dallas Mavericks versus the Nets finals.
Mavericks ain't getting there. You know they're not getting there. Stop it.
You really think the Mavericks are gonna go?
They have been a disappointment this year, to be honest. I thought they would be better than they are. I mean, they're in the playoff picture, but I thought they would have been like top 5.
They're about to be in the play-in.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, they're in the 7th spot.
They're in the 7th spot.
They haven't looked too good to me. I mean,
yeah, nah. Porzingis is not.
Doncic is doing a little bit too much crying for me for foul calls this year.
Mm-hmm.
Porzingis, it looks like the Knicks made a good trade, man. He's unreliable.
Yeah, that's a big question mark.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly thought he would be better this year. And that ACL, whatever he had, he can't play defense for Jack now. He can't go backwards. So
he can barely move. I think they just put him like in the pick and roll, right?
Yeah.
Next, trust the process, baby.
All right. We're gonna change the topic, and J Tunes, I'm gonna let you lead this one, man. Go ahead, man. Take it away.
So we haven't had a conversation about football since December, and obviously, we had the Super Bowl, the Patrick Mahomes versus Tom Brady that we all wanted. This week, Tom Brady said something on Twitter, and Patrick Mahomes clapped back at him on Twitter saying, let's wait and see in 20 years. Pretty much saying like the GOAT debate is there's still going to be a debate between Patty Mahomes and Tom Brady. And I guess my question is, do we feel that Tom Brady has closed the door on this GOAT talk, or do we feel that Patrick Mahomes really has a chance to take him on?
Yes.
Cap,
let me
take the floor, please.
Yes. Okay, so I think Tom Brady is the GOAT. No ands, ifs, buts, or maybes about it. He's the GOAT. Has a great resume, but I think Patrick Mahomes has the opportunity to be better than him. Brady was not this good as Patrick Mahomes is his first few years. It took Brady a while to become the Tom Brady that we see now. Patrick Mahomes has a good team, young team set up by him. Kyle, I know you're gonna be like he's taking all the money. He's restructuring his contract.
Don't talk about Kyle's take. Just talk about yours.
I know that's what he's gonna say. I know what he's gonna say. I think he has the opportunity to become better. I think talent-wise, I think he's better than Tom Brady. Resume, no. Tom Brady's resume is second to none. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to beat his resume. But,
he's going to need 8, Kev. He's going to need 8.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. That's how I feel about it. What y'all think?
All right.
I let Kyle take it all.
Kev, you're all right when I said he's taking all the money, but it's not about him taking all the money. This league is players want money. Tyreek Hill came out and said he's not restricting his deal at all. Well, you have your star.
Nor should he. Yeah.
Okay, so there it is.
He ain't going to restructure. He's not going. He going to get the highest paid.
Listen,
Kelsey gonna get highest paid, and everyone else is gonna have to take their breadcrumbs.
No,
and then you don't have a defense, Kevin.
And I get no, it's not even about the defense. We seen 2 offensive linemen. He didn't have his offensive lineman in the Super Bowl, right? How did he play?
Horrible, but if anyone would play horrible without their 2 offensive linemen, that wasn't because of money issues. They were injured.
No, but they just lost them now in the offseason for money.
Now in the offseason.
They did?
2 starting offensive linemen, you let walk away because you had money.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
So listen.
School him, Kyle.
No, listen. Number-wise, he's going to have better numbers than Tom Brady. Number-wise. Will he have as many rings? I don't know. That's a big question. Andy Reid.
That's hard. That's hard.
If Andy Reid retires, next 2 years, we don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But I think talent-wise and stat-wise, he'll pass Tom Brady and all that. Like 100%. Like he'll.
That resume. Yeah.
That's not a question. It's about how many times he's going to get to that championship and win it. That's the question.
Yeah. I don't know. That resume. That resume is hard. It's hard to argue with.
Number-wise, when Patrick Mahomes' career is over, he will have more passing yards, more touchdowns, more rushing. Yes, he will have.
Okay, what about? Numbers. Okay, well, let me rephrase this question. What about the eye test? What does your eyes tell you? Do your eyes tell you that Patrick Mahomes has the potential to be better than Tom Brady? Not his resume, not his.
I do not want to do this again with you because you do this every freaking time.
No. Kev, so listen, honestly, all right, we'll take. If we were doing an NFL draft right now, I would take Patrick Mahomes. The eye test tells me he's faster, he's quicker, the arm is stronger.
The whole NFL didn't even take Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Yes, but the eye
199.
But what Patrick Mahomes does, the way he throws the ball, it's like we haven't seen that. Ever. So I think he has
I don't like this eye test thing because this is what Kev does every time, right? The eye test, right? Who throws?
Because your eyes be failing you, bro. I don't know what it is.
You told me this shit 10 years ago with Aaron Rodgers. You said, who throws the most beautiful spiral you've ever seen? And that is Aaron Rodgers. And guess what? He hasn't been back to anything since you told me that 10 years ago.
No.
No, don't tell me no. You did.
No. Wait, time out. You just mad because I took your money off of Aaron Rodgers because I knew he was going to win MVP. I don't even like Aaron Rodgers like that. But, he throws better. Aaron Rodgers, this is a fact. It's not fiction. He throws better than Tom Brady. He's more accurate than Tom Brady, and he can move out of the pocket. Now, Tom Brady is 10 times more clutch than Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is done. If he wasn't going to win that year, that was his best time. I don't think he's going to be able to win. If he does win, it's not going to be because of him. It's going to be because he has a supporting cast that carries him over. I don't think he's out of that GOAT conversation. I don't think he can ever rival Brady.
No,
he's not in the same conversation. No.
But I mean, I've had this. So we've had this battle so many years. I've always had Tom as my GOAT since 2009. 2010. Kev knows this when he was telling me all this crap about Peyton Manning back then too. So all the guys that Kev keeps bringing up is they're hot for the little moment, and then Tom Brady 10 years later, 15 years later, is still in these conversations that Kev keeps bringing up.
Peyton Manning was hot for a little moment,
bro. Tom Brady been in the league 7 years later. When did Peyton Manning retire? 2015. It's been 6 years.
Peyton Manning was Peyton Manning changed the game. He's like the Steph Curry of
now we're talking about who changed the game. So this is like the Curry argument, right? Curry has the most shot in the world. That doesn't make him the best basketball player of all time.
No. Tom Brady.
Sick of Kevin.
Tom Brady is better clutch player than Peyton Manning. But Peyton Manning, bro, especially in the regular season, was amazing.
Okay, so I'm gonna put a little scenario for you, and you tell me, okay?
Yes.
So let's just say 20 years from now, Patrick Mahomes is still in the league, right? And the Redskins still are trash, right? And Tom, and he's played his whole career with Andy Reid. Then he leaves Andy Reid, joins the Redskins that have never done anything in their damn life. And then, do you think?
Time out. Don't say the Bucks didn't do anything. They won.
What have they won in 20 years?
Bro.
They haven't won it like since 2002.
Who?
Yeah,
The
but
Bucks?
they won.
The Bucks. When was the last time the Cowboys won?
Thank you.
But, all right. At least the Cowboys have been in the playoffs a couple of times, but the Bucks haven't done jack for the last 15 to 20 years. All right.
And my man Tom comes, and then he just brings that culture in to Tampa, and that's why we go ahead and win.
But that's what I'm trying to say. Like, this year showed me that, like, he joined a new team in a pandemic, didn't really have time to
but his team was nice. His team was nice.
His team was nice, but the people that he ended up throwing to in the Super Bowl and everything are people that he brought in.
2 people.
Leonard Fournette, Gronk. These people were the ones that dominated that Super
Bowl. What about James White? What about the defense? Jean Pierre? The defense won that game.
All right. The defense played a very big part, but Tom
majority of the part.
Them look like fools. And this is what I'm trying to say. At 43 years old, do you think Patrick Mahomes will beat whoever's the best player in the world? Because Patrick Mahomes is the best player in football. We all know that.
Yeah.
And Tom Brady is not on his level right now. I agree with that. But he just whooped his ass. Do you think when Patrick Mahomes
you got to rephrase that. You got to rephrase that. Tom Brady didn't whoop his ass. That defense put it on him. What was Tom Brady's numbers in the Super Bowl?
All I heard was how Tyreek Hill was just going to cook them all with Patrick Mahomes.
Okay, let me ask you. I'm not making excuses. I'm just stating the obvious, bro. Yo, so let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Wait. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. If Tom Brady was on the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes was on the Bucks, do you think the Bucks offense would have scored a lot more points? And do you think Tom Brady would have been even close as what Patrick Mahomes got the Chiefs to be? Patrick Mahomes was making throws that were incomplete, that were amazing.
See, that's the shit I'm talking about. You want to talk about the defense? Well, John, it was the whole defense. Let's not talk about the 3 TDs to Gronkowski. But you want to talk about incomplete passes to freaking players.
Bro, he ran 2 miles in the game. The quarterback ran 2 miles in the game. He was running for his life every time the ball was being snapped.
No, he can never beat the GOAT. He lost to the GOAT. How can you beat, you lost in your prime when you were the best?
He beat him in the regular season.
3-year-old QB. How about that?
You're not gonna give him a pass for not having his 2 starting linemen?
No, because Kev, that's what happens to every team in football, man. That's
just what 2 starting linemen.
I'm sorry, I'm not giving him a pass for that. No, I didn't. Look, I get it. That's a part of it, but that's what makes this whole argument very unique. That I don't even think anybody's ever going to do what Tom Brady just did ever, because
what do you mean?
Like,
it's like,
you know what
like
he Tom Brady's just gonna become Bill Russell. Like, it's just it's gonna be impossible to get 7 rings. I don't see that ever happening.
Yeah, but Bill Russell isn't regarded as the best basketball player.
You're right. He's not.
So, do you think Tom Brady is going to get acknowledged as the best football player? I mean, I call him the GOAT. I've been calling him the GOAT for the last few years now.
I mean, Jimmy's a Tampa fan, so can you tell me what your team was before Tom Brady got there and now what it is?
He was a fan when Tom Brady got there.
Yeah, well, my team before Tom Brady got there was the New York Football Giants. But then once Tom Brady did go, you already know how I jumped ship right there. Well, I was already off.
At least you admitted it.
I was off the Giant one a season ago. A season before. And then the season before that, the last season, I was a free agent. So I was kind of testing the waters right there. So but this year, yes, last year, my first year officially, I would say a Tampa fan right there. But I mean, but honestly, like I was watching the Tampa Bay Bucks, like when Jameis Winston was there. We were pretty decent, man. I mean, we were like 8-8. We were like 500 team. But the thing was, it was more about the quarterback. And no offense, I did like Jameis. Also, I liked it when you remember when Fitzmagic was all out and whatnot. Like, a decent team. Mike Evans is there, whatnot too as well. So I mean, we had a decent team, but I think what Tom
you always
Brady
have
did,
potential.
Yeah, we always have potential right there. Yeah, we were always like bubbling, like simmering and whatnot. But when Brady came, like just what he brought to the team, that I think kind of made up from the lack of skill that he had or whatnot, like that leadership or whatnot. Everyone's going to play their hardest or whatnot, run their routes as hard as possible or whatnot, just because that it can make up for like the lack of skills. Do I think that Patrick Mahomes is going to be like Tom Brady when he's 43? I don't think so. I think we're watching something that is just crazy. I think that Tom Brady was able to go ahead and just from the skill set he wasn't having, because there were some games in there in the beginning of the season, we're like what's going on? Yeah, But I think like it wasn't a surprise that they were able to go ahead and get it cooking, by the end of the season and whatnot to get where they were. But I don't think Patrick Mahomes I don't think he's going to be in the league till he's 43, honestly. I don't know if he loves the game as much as like that as Tom Brady does.
Right.
You don't really need the money like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's and you're gonna, all the teams that Tom Brady won chips with, they were so different from decade to decade. So like, yeah, he has Tyreek Hill now and he has Kelsey, but like, it's all about longevity. He probably only is going to have those guys for another 5 to 10 years. What about the next 10 after that? Who's his, we don't know who's his role players or whatever. And we don't know if Andy is going to stay around that long. There's going to be a lot of change.
I don't think Andy Reid's going to stay around that long. Like, he got a lot of personal stuff. Like, I think one of his kids just passed away or something like that.
I think
I agree with what Kyle said.
Did like a hit and run or accident.
I think one kid passed away. One kid got into like a hit and run. And he about to go to jail or something like that. He was drinking and driving and was able to. He hit and was able to. The cops let him go home right after.
I mean, statistically, I think he'll be there. Like Kyle was saying, like I think he's gonna be like. He's going to crush records left and right, and he's going to look amazing. He is the best player in football right now. I think so, for sure. You know what? And all that can happen, and he still won't be able to catch him. Like, I like to compare them to the LeBron-Jordan comparison, right? Like, LeBron went to the finals at 22 years old. He looked like he was on this pace to be like, oh, well, he already made it to the finals the second, third year. With this trash squad that he went to, like we remember that, like how he dominated the Pistons, he was on track.
Why did you bring that up? The Pistons.
But I'm just saying, and yet
in that club that night.
Yeah, remember that night, tuxedos? Yeah. We were
Bro, we stopped clubbing.
Witnesses that night, guys. You know it.
Yo, we stopped partying and was like, look at this.
Yeah, and I mean, like
it was like 1 against 5.
Right, and look at LeBron now. Like he's even in his 18 years of body of work, it's so amazing everything that he's done already. Like it's so comparable to Jordan, and it's still not. He dropped that documentary last year, The Last Dance, and then people were like, and Jordan did it on purpose to be like, you know what, damn, LeBron's getting close. Let me remind them real quick, and everybody's like, you know what, yeah, LeBron, forget him. You almost had us, LeBron, but nah, you know what, MJ's the GOAT. It's like it's so damn hard.
Yo, K-Bills, what you think? You think LeBron's a GOAT, right?
I mean, personal opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I'll say he's the GOAT, but
okay, wait, stop. Wait, stop. All right, so you think he's the GOAT, but he don't have more rings than Jordan. So Mahomes might become the GOAT, but he might not have more rings than Tom Brady. I just want to put that out. Go ahead, K-Bills. You can keep going.
But that's what makes it so hard, though.
Yeah.
All right, I like your point. I do like your point. But basketball is like totally different from football. Like basketball, you just need you and one other person. You can dominate. Football is like more about team and what the reason why Tom Brady's the GOAT is because he took pay cuts to keep his teams together. I'm just saying at some point, like the money in football kind of jams you up. You know, like look what's going on in Seattle with Russell. Russell doesn't want to be there no more because there's no money. They jammed it up. They can't do nothing.
But look at Tampa. They were able to, for the first time ever, like secure all of their people because Tom Brady.
Yeah, that's rare.
All right, prime example, like my Browns, right? We never gave nobody no big contract. So we're not jammed up, but in the next 2 years, matter of fact, next year, we'll be jammed up. We got to pay Baker Mayfield. So we're going to be jammed up, so we better win now. If not,
y'all better get rid of Odell.
Man, he's hard to sell, but nobody want him.
But Kev, this kind of goes back to your eye test thing, right? So yeah, I mean, Patrick Mahomes at this age looked way better than Tom Brady. You're right. So I mean, if I do the eye test, I think LeBron is the most complete player I've ever seen.
Yes, I agree.
Ever.
I agree.
You talking
LeBron
about
all around? Test. Yeah, LeBron all around game. He is, but he's just the reason why.
Say it,
Jordan
is. This is the same reason why Tom Brady.
Yeah, let me listen. The reason why, the reason why I think Jordan is better than LeBron, and I'm gonna put Kobe better than LeBron, is because of mentality. And the question is, pick your head up, boy, when I'm talking to you. Yeah, you heard me said it. I said Kobe better than LeBron. Just because of mentality, like I feel like LeBron's mentality is strong, but it's not as strong as Jordan and Kobe. Same thing with Brady. Yes, Brady's like willpower is strong, and like they can convince other people, like, yo, we got this guy with us. Like your guy is good, but you don't have this guy, you know. Right. And I feel like it just elevates everyone's team play around them.
For sure.
Go ahead.
We'll have to do a podcast in 20 years to decide this, but I think Patrick Mahomes should just worry about his contemporaries, like right now, like the Baker Mayfields and all that. Like, don't try chasing ghosts the same way LeBron tried chasing MJ. You know what I mean? Like, just let that be, and if the conversation happens, it happens. You know, like I don't think Tom Brady was like when it was happening
trying to chase Montana.
He wasn't out here like, yo, I'm trying to come at Montana, like, you know, that's my pedestal. Like, nah, hell no.
I don't think Mahomes is trying to chase Brady like that. I think it was because of someone lost a bet and had to wear a Tom Brady jersey. And the guy was like, nah, Patrick Mahomes is better. I like Patrick Mahomes. And then Tom Brady tweeted, actions speak louder than words, because the guy was saying Patrick Mahomes is better, but you got my jersey on.
Yeah.
And then Patrick Mahomes responded, he was like, yo, we'll see in another 20 years from now. Okay, guys, so we're coming to an end for our podcast. Don't be sad. We will be back. We will not give you a long time like we did before. We promise you that. Guys, you guys have anything coming up? It's coming weekend in a couple weeks, anything? Let's start with you, K-Vills.
I don't really have nothing specific coming up. Yeah, no, I don't really have nothing going on. Honestly, I don't know.
Okay. J-Ho, we got anything coming up? Anything? Any plans? Anything you're doing? You going up? We about to go away soon, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Turks and Caicos in like 3 weeks. Very excited about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go without the kids, so you know that's gonna be interesting.
Oh, all right. You got anything coming up, James?
Just look out. I'm gonna have some more drone footage and all that stuff coming pretty soon. Haven't been sleeping on it and whatnot, but I've been recording some stuff. I just have to go ahead and put it up.
I think I might try to take a little trip down to visit Jimmy. I'm not sure yet. I'm definitely going to Puerto Rico. I think like the end of May or something like that.
Okay.
Word. I'm bringing the fam. It's not just me and Julie. I gotta bring the fam with me. Yeah. All right, guys. So, Kings and Queens, thank you for listening to us. I'm your boy Kev Krim. Got J Tunes, K Vills, J Krim. See you guys next time.